We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest? And tonight, 2 experienced teams, Chris. We're going to see what's something you learned as a veteran that you wish you had known as you were just entering the NBA.
It's one thing that you could not have learned, and that's pacing. How to pace yourself during the game. As a rookie, you're playing, coming from college, and the game is so slow in college. And when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much. But you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like that.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Back to Gobert. Bogdanovich wide open. And the 3 off target. And it's Simmons penetrating. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
The versatility of Simmons astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Out to Conley. Back to Ingles. Pass to Mitchell. From deep. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The shot. Again, Philadelphia.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
It's been a slow start here for Utah. 6-point game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Out to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Gobert. Bogdanovich left side. 5 to shoot.
And look, you have to give credit to Harris. He is very good at getting his hands up and making shooters feel uneasy.
And the shot is good.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Here's Mitchell after Ben Simmons' bucket.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
It's stolen by Harris. Stolen by Mitchell. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Gobert with the defensive effort.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Stolen by Michael Conley. The wide open look here for Ingles. On the wing, Ingles. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ingles has got it back down to single digits for Utah.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Harris outside. Embiid inside. And it's off the back rim. No good. Jazz trailed by 7. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Ingles in the corner. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup. Gobert's got his second bucket.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. Outside, Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. And he misses the fast break layup.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
No good from Simmons. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Clarkson. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Trains the three-pointer.
Oh, great ball movement there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Horford. On the wing, Harris. Pell shoots, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Six seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Moutier. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Over to the left wing. Releases. Moutier with the rebound. Ripped away. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. And here's Embiid. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. On defense, the Jazz. They trail by 3. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. Harris inside. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the 76ers. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Back to Clarkson. That shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harris inside the line. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And Philadelphia has possession following the three-pointer by Utah. And they double up Embiid. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Ed Davis.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in.
You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, the first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, He's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Philadelphia leading by 3. Simmons looking it over. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
And Utah making a change here.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
From deep Ingles. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Pass to Burks. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
The 76ers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Now here is Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the basket by Ingles.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Here's Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 9. Pass to Ingles. Jazz passing it around. Fires for 3. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And stolen by Simmons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
And they'll keep possession. From deep Ingles. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14. Here's Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
I love how the big man slips after setting the screen. Embiid, solid at creating opportunities for himself off these sets.
Mitchell. And the Jazz, another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The 76ers have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling, that can at times be unstoppable.
Here's Bogdanovich to the paint. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Here's Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, he's a real menace underneath. Once Simmons gets established position, you basically have to whack him.
The 76ers have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so that's the end of the first half. 76ers ahead, leading by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers leading by 6. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got himself on the board with 3 there. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the right iron.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Embiid inside to the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
And the Jazz call time here. And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man Chris in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
And the 76ers making a change here. 90 seconds now into the second half. Ingles in the corner. Out to Conley. Shoots from the corner. Rebound by the 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Simmons. He's got 22. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 24 points.
I mean, at almost 7 feet tall, Simmons is hard to contain. The defense has to push him farther away.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Michael Conley picks one up. Chris, more and more, we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. 8-point game. O'Neal misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Jazz trail by 8. Mitchell in the corner. 3-pointer. Al Horford with the rebound. And the 76ers with possession. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Mitchell missing.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And what a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Now, here's Clarkson. Has to Gobert to the right side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. O'Neal's got 6 points.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Embiid. 11 points in the game. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Pass to Clarkson. The Jazz working the ball around now. O'Neal with it. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Knocks down the 3 ball. 10 points for him.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Back to Moutier. Clarkson on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Harris misses.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
You know what kind of competitor he is? I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
getting off the ground fast. Embiid is an absolute animal when it comes to hammering it home.
Has to Gobert. And here's Moutier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Moutier's got 5.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. That'll be a 5-second call.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 14. On the wing, Ingle. The three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Embiid is at the elbow. Back to Neto. Embiid inside. Comes up empty down low. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. Off target from outside.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Here's Embiid. And no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that
could, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Pass to Burks. Now Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 11.
He's near automatic from this range. Embiid, he's just an overpowering presence. He can shoulder an offense.
Back to Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. They get it back. On the wing, Ingles. Connects from three-point range.
And perimeter.
Scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And they double up Embiid. Neto can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 8. Ingles in the corner. Nice ball movement by Utah. There's the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Philadelphia with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Fires the three. Here's Ingles. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Stolen by Clarkson. And slam dunk by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 14 rebounds.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
The 76ers leading by 9. From deep, Neto. It's not going to go for him. And it's Utah the other way.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Ingles in the corner. Three-pointer. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
He gets it in there. And it's 13 points for Rudy Gobert.
Oh, the floor general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Conley. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's 11 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Pass to Harris. Now Embiid. Over Gobert. Gobert knocks it away. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Ingles can't get it to go. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Simmons over Conley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Oh, look, his footwork, his balance. Simpson stays in control when attacking the defense.
Now here's Gobert. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The 76ers leading by 8. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Milton. Here's Simmons. No good that time. Ready by Bogdanovich. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. And it's Mitchell missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Now here's Embiid. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Teams can turn around in a hurry. I mean, can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing's dropped.
Pass to Conley. Ingles, that's for 2. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. At the elbow, Horford. Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
From deep three-point range, no good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out.
Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, here is Davis. He gets it in there.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
McGee with the block. Fast break, the Lakers. LeBron is running. That one falls.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Tatum with it. Now Green defending. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Now here is McGee. Bradley, no one around him. And his first shot of the game, no good. Over to the wing. Here's Walker. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. On the wing, James. Pass to McGee. To the middle. And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Now, here's Cantor. Tatum with it. The layup missed.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And they pick up 2.
Inside, outside, mid-range, doesn't make any difference. Tatum comfortable anywhere because this guy is a bucket getter.
Here's James. And it's McGee slamming it down.
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Walker with it. Now Green defending. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Over in the corner, Brown. Shot clock at 6. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Pass to McGee. Kicks it out to Bradley. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. LeBron outside. Now Howard. And that one's good. James.
You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
And the rejection by James. And finished off by LeBron.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
And the dunk by James.
Yeah, you know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court. And when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Back to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates the rock.
Pass to Howard. Back to James. Howard with it. What a jam!
Are you kidding me?
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Here's Walker, and the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Celtics.
Boy, the heart of Walker, that competitive spirit, he's never afraid to go inside, and he's got a lot of different ways he can score in there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers needed to acquire more veteran talent to put alongside LeBron, and they've done just that.
And, you know, time is creeping up on LeBron. He turns 35 this season. Really, for the Lakers, the time is now if they're going to compete to get him another ring and perhaps themselves another banner.
Here's Poirier, and the shot goes down.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Lakers leading by 5. Here's Rondo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Pass to Poirier. From the arc. Wanamaker misses. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Right side, Rondo. Here is Howard. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Howard. Good on the bucket. Howard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Imposing his will down there. Howard feels like he can score anytime he wants from this area.
Rondo with the steal. Here's Davis. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
For three, Hayward. It's good from long range. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Celtics trail by 10. Walker with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Back to Walker. For the three. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers take it the other way. And during his time in Charlotte, so much fell on the shoulders of Kemba Walker.
Yeah, you think about it. The first 8 years of his time in Charlotte, he did not play with an all-star teammate, but he managed to not complain or whine about it, does his job at a high level, and has proved that he's an all-star player himself.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at (15 and 16 years of age), and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
James in the post. Here's Kuzma. Nice move. And Kuzma slams it in.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Stolen by McGee. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005. And amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
And it's Brown missing.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Pass to Canner. A shot by Hayward, wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. Here's LeBron. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Out to Hayward to end the run. Outside, Walker. Tatum drives in. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Boston. Down by 15. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown wide open. He fires. Knocks down the three ball. Brown's got the first basket of the third quarter for Boston. It's LeBron with the drive. Out to Kuzma. Back to James. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 19 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Lakers leading by 14. Pass to Kuzma. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. The shot that time, not on target. Hayward with some nice D. Up top, Tatum. Outside, Walker. Brown outside. The kick out to Tatum. Off target with his three. And here's the Lakers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Fires for 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Lakers leading by 16. The drive by James. Yep, that one goes. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
For 3, Hayward gets the three-pointer to fall. Hayward's got 8 points.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Offensive rebound. Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
That one misses for Davis. Celtics trail by 19. All sorts of time. Wanamaker misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Outside, Smart. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. To the inside. And stolen by James. Up and in on the layup. James has got 31. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Lakers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
That shot misses. Good D by Williams. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston.
Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. To stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 33 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lakers leading by 21. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. And that one, good. James has got 18 points just in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Back to Wanamaker. Down low. They kick it out to Green. No good on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
On the wing, Green. Smart goes in. 1 second left. And so it's LeBron James. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much. In the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin, we know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Anthony. McCollum right side. Three-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Stolen by McCollum. Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Now here's Simmons. Count it.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Lillard outside. And it's off from three-point range. Simmons left side. At the top of the key, Horford. Ariza with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there. Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
No good from Simmons.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Now here's Lillard after Ben Simmons' miss. Kicks it out to Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Ariza. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Right side, Simmons. Shoots over Lillard. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Drops it in from 11 feet.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Pass to Anthony. Rejected by Harris. And it's Simmons penetrating. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Anthony. And it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Hazonia with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Count that bucket.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to O'Quinn. Ball's knocked loose. Down low. Simons. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Simons. Offensive rebound. From outside the arc. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The 76ers making a switch here. The 76ers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Pass to Hazonia. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Harris. Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we reach the end of the first quarter. 76ers lead by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Now here's Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Out to the wing. Here's Simons. Offline with his three. Philadelphia leading by 10. On the wing, Harris. The three-pointer, no good.
And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
Maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in the community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland.
Now here is Horford. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Embiid. Hands it from short range. Embiid's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passed a little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And stolen by Harris. And here comes the break. Here's Horford. Here's Harris. Neto surveying the floor. Embiid with it. Knocks it loose. Now here's Little. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Azania. Another shot. Portland no good that time either.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Now a timeout called by Portland. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, right, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
For the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 14. Pass to Whiteside. McCollum outside. To the middle. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Neto. The shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That is his first foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. That's a 2 from Lillard. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And stolen by Whiteside. Moving it up. And it's Lillard missing. The 76ers leading by 14. Pass to Harris. Over Ariza. The 76ers again can't hit it. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. In the second quarter, held scoreless.
Give him these kind of chances, and Trevor Ariza is going to hurt you.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Out to Harris. 5 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Not sure what happened there defensively, but Carmelo Anthony, a scoring machine, and that time with an easy 2.
Timeout called, the 76ers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Simmons looking it over. Poked away. Here's Neto. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Simmons with it. Lillard picks him up. The 8-footer off the left rim and out.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
That cuts the lead to single digits. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Simmons penetrating. Inside, here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 10 points for Joel Embiid.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Lillard with no one around. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Burks. Good D by McCollum.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
No good with the triple.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Ariza. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Pass to Whiteside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And here's Embiid. Ariza covering. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers ahead, leading by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Simmons. He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Now Simmons. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. Pass to Burks. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And now it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Now here's Simmons. 14 points for him. Here's Scott. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Working tirelessly on the stroke. Tobias Harris trying to find consistency with that shot.
Offensive rebound. Back to Lillard. Kept alive. Kicks it out to McCollum. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 9 points.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, you watch Whiteside out there and you understand just how much of an impact he can make with his defense. Great length, great timing, and makes some offenses change the way they're going to attack you just because of his size alone.
Scooped up. Second chance shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And that's what you want to do with Whiteside, feeding him the ball in the paint where he makes the defense collapse.
7'7" wingspan of Whiteside, definitely a game changer for defense.
Interesting pickup here for the Blazers as they've added Whiteside to back up Nurkic at the 5 position, and an interesting center in the Western Conference. How will he adjust to the pace and maybe the style of play out west?
Here's McCollum after Ben Simmons' bucket. To the paint. Here's Trent. Out to Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
No good from Simmons.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Anthony. They get it back. The 76ers leading by 11. Right side, Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Hell. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 16. Out left to the wing. Horford, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Al Horford with the rebound. And Philadelphia making a change here. Now the 76ers with it. Now Embiid. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Hassan Whiteside. For Philadelphia, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. And that one, good. Burks has got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Simons has got his second basket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And a wide open look for McCollum. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. 76ers lead by 9. And we'll be back with you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 9 points. Here's Swanigan. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Pass to Embiid. A rebound by Hazanya. Trailblazers trail by 7. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
To the wing on the left. Lillard outside. No good on the 3.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Pass to Lillard. Here's Simons from past the arc. Robinson with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Back to Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
The 76ers leading by 7. Outside, Simmons. To the inside. From 7. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's Ariza in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 7 points for Ariza.
Ariza rising and firing.
To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Portland has possession. Trailblazers trail by 6. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
He hits the second from the line.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Crafty move. And it's Lillard missing.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Simmons on the wing. To the paint. Here's Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Pretty strong and physical that time from Al Horford on the inside.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's McCollum with the drive. Lillard from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's 21 points for Ben Simmons.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
The 76ers leading by 6. Now Simmons. .149 left to play here in the fourth. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. Outside Anthony. Inside. Right block shot. In deep. Ariza drops it in.
Trevor Ariza has been around the block and seen this before.
Simmons with it. Pass to Embiid. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. Ariza outside. Here's the 3. Lillard. Out to Anthony. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Burks in the corner. Embiid, no good. And here are the Trailblazers now. 4-point game. It's stolen by Harris. Timeout called, the 76ers. They're ahead by 4. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now the 76ers with it. They lead by 4. And an intentional foul right there. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Lillard from outside. That shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
Portland no good that time either. And so they